Shalom and welcome to this 20 minutes gentle release flow. Please have a journal nearby to document thoughts and feelings. Also have a bottle of water nearby and 2 blocks. Without further ado, let us begin. Your feet to either side of the mat, squat down, keeping your spine long and your neck long. Swing hands into prayer in front of the chest. Malasana. I invite you to keep your eyes closed, reflecting on this year as it comes to an end. Reflecting on your best moments as well as your worst moments this year. The moments that you were extremely proud of yourself, as well as the ones that you may have reacted differently. Come into a seated position and bring your feet to touch each other, opening up the hip and keeping a straight spine. You may place your blocks beside you to be able to support your knees, and you may also choose to bend over your legs. Let the spine remain straight and the neck remain long. Growth is inevitable. In what ways did you grow in this year? Reflect on that and slowly come up. In what ways did your growth influence the environment around you? Now, clasp your arms behind your back. Alternatively, come into reverse prayer behind you. Now the spine will naturally be straight in this pose. Reflect on if you reacted in the course of these years and how your reactions were. Were they negative? Were they mostly anger? Were they mostly sadness? Were they mostly destructive reactions? Or were they mostly reflective reactions? Release your arms from behind your back and come into cow face pose, crossing one leg, doesn't matter which one, over the other. Keep 2 blocks in front of you and bend to the degree that feels comfortable onto the blocks. So back to reactions. How were your reactions this year? There is no need for self-criticism. There is just self-observation in this space. So these questions are not aimed to make you feel sad about your reactions or the lack of them, but rather to promote self-awareness and self-love. We may massage our feet. It's usually really comfortable in this pose. And when we are done, gently release the legs and cross over, putting the opposite leg on top. Straighten your spine and slowly lean over your blocks. When you wake up in the morning, what types of thoughts swarm your mind? Are they mostly positive? Are they mostly negative thoughts? How do you set yourself up for success? Or do you self-sabotage? Slowly unraveling your legs and coming out of this pose. Come up and set up your warrior legs, keeping the right leg in front of your space and the left leg flat on the ground. Clasp your hands behind your back and reach it down so that your chest and your throat lifts up to the sky. Such an amazing throat and heart opener. Then fall between your legs, still with clasped hands, into humble warrior. Humble yourself. Ground yourself. It is not the accomplishments that make us an amazing person. It is the ability to take a step back and learn new ways to grow. Now, switching sides, bringing the right leg behind your space and the left leg in front. Clasp your hands and gently drag it behind your right leg. Lift your face up. Appreciate yourself and fall between your legs. Thank yourself for all you do. Slowly bring your right leg down on the surface of the mat and both hands inside your left leg. You may stay up or decide to bend onto your arms, coming into lizard pose. Release your hips, release any negative emotion. Straighten back your hands, bring your left leg at the back of your space and roll out your ankle. Let us repeat everything on the other side. Fall down between your legs. This is where you let go of things that do not serve you. This is where you choose yourself. Ultimately, it's always gonna be you living with you through the good and bad times, through the hard and the easy days. So grow, but do not punish yourself. Roll out your right ankle. And let's lie down on the mat in Sphinx pose. Place both hands in front of the mat and lift your throat, your neck to the sky, opening up the throat chakra, the center of self-expression and communication. Slowly lift the left leg up, bending it, lifting up the right leg, catching the left leg, stretching out the quads. Still facing forward and keeping a stable spine. Release that leg And slowly bend the right leg, catch it with the right hand, stretch out your right front side. Release slowly the right leg. And coming back into Sphinx pose one last time. What are the things you learned about yourself in this year? Lift your front body into Cobra, really stretching out that lower spine, and come up into Child's pose with your hands beside you. So restorative. Now that we've kind of gotten a sense of how our year was, how do we choose to move forward in 2023? Slowly come into downward facing dog. Bring your right leg to the front of your mat in pigeon pose, stretching your left leg behind you, starting with a straight spine, and when comfortable, fold over the right leg or just stay up. Free will. Use your breath. How can we love ourselves more in the coming year? How can we realize the goals that we have set for ourselves? And when ready, switch over to the other side. How can we use the experiences from 2022 and the years before to set ourselves up for success in the upcoming year? What is the strategy? Let's go for a seated hamstring stretch next. Keep your legs wide in a wide angle, and then slowly bend your upper body between your legs. Keep a straight spine, and then decide if you want to go deeper. There is an old Chinese proverb that says, "Be not afraid of growing slowly. Be only afraid of standing still." What are your fears going into the new year? What are the strategies you have set up to overcome these fears? Come up and bend your left knee in. Then slowly place your right hand over your left leg while bending your left hand across your body and touching your right feet. Keep your right feet flexed in this really awesome side bend. Your gaze may go to wherever feels comfortable. Take deep breaths in and out. Slowly release yourself from this pose. Twist to the left side and then counter twist to the right side. Then fold over your right leg. If you have a strap, you may use it. Now bend in your right knee. Place your left hand over your right knee and bend your right hand to touch your left feet. You may also use a strap here if you can't reach your left feet. Breathe deep and out. Here. Learning a really important lesson here, that change is inevitable and change happens when you are flexible. So even though this is just a simple stretch, you are learning that it is not just one way, it's not just right or left. You can bend both ways. You can be flexible not just in your body, but in your life. Now twist to the right side and then fold over your left leg. Slowly come up. Now lie down on your mat, but keeping your elbows on the mat to support your upper body and bend your neck behind you. Open up your heart, open up your throat, and if it feels okay, let your hands fall to the side and bring your head to the ground. Now I tried it and I really felt more comfortable being supported by the back of my arms, so I went back up. Really not bad to just test something out, see how it feels, and readjust accordingly. It's not a do or die, it's a practice. Slowly coming back up and bend over your legs, first with a straight spine and then folding completely over there. Of course, there is also the option to use a strap here. Feet should be flexed. body come back. Vertebrae by vertebrae, start from tucking your tailbone in, place your spine on the mat. Corpse pose. Take some really deep breaths in here. Hold at the top. Deep breaths out. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of success. You are worthy of everything that you could ever imagine. Traveling the world, having kids, planning a wedding, getting a promotion. So right now, as you come to the normal rhythm of your breath, visualize yourself standing in front of an elevator, waiting for the elevator to come. The elevator is here. You get on it, press any number of your choice, and it takes you there. You get out, and you are exactly where you always wanted to be. Maybe in front of your boss, getting that talk about the promotion. Maybe in front of the altar, exchanging rings with your partner. Anything and everything is possible once you step out of the elevator. Now I filmed this at midnight, so I was in a state of half sleep. Slowly bring your awareness back into your body. If you had almost fallen asleep like I did, come back up. Get into seated, and let's breathe in once again with our hands in the sky, eyes closed. Appreciate you like there is no tomorrow. Feel the love in your heart. Next time you raise your hands back up, turn your arms out and forward and share some of that positive energy and love with the world. Breathe in, raise your hands up. Come into prayer in front of your heart and bring your arms out, breathing out. One last time. I hope that next year feels gentle, fulfilling, and peaceful. After all the transition and turbulence this year, you deserve it. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Happy New Year.